Was that perhaps the guy that we saw standing in that building, the storeroom or whatever? Could be. We're about to find out.
The hiding place of this smuggler is filthy, but perhaps we'll discover some useful information.
Oh, this is the smuggler? No, this is Flavia. What? Oh, what? What is this? Ah, smuggler's journal. I have 2 new clients. They want to go to Al-Sad, and the Inquisitors are on their heels, which will not make my job any easier. I think I can get them onto the ship inconspicuously, but we will have to be cautious, and I hope they will prove patient and discreet. I'll hide them away in a warehouse behind the harbor office, where the Inquisitors will never dare to enter.
Good day. Someone told me that you were a friend of Jonas, the young cabin boy who was gone missing.
That's right, yeah. Are you looking for him?
Yes. Your captain asked me to go and find him.
Happy to hear he's taken the disappearance seriously. What can I do for you?
Where is he? Wait, ask about the captain first.
What do you think about Captain Vasco?
He's a damn good navigator and an excellent leader of men. He knows his craft well, in spite of being so young.
How old is he?
He's not seen his 25th year yet.
Whoa.
If he keeps it up, he'll be an admiral one day.
Damn. Okay. How old am I supposed to be? These young'uns. When was the last time you saw him?
When did you last see him?
2 days ago, in the evening. We went to have a drink in the tavern. Jonas, Lauro, and myself.
Did anything seem out of the ordinary? Was he troubled?
Maybe a tad troubled. Like he was somewhere else.
Why would that be? Give me your best guess.
Why, I haven't the faintest idea.
What does Jonas do in his free time, when you're on land?
He just hangs around here or there. You know the cabin boys don't have half a sailor's wages. And when evening comes, we usually go down the tavern with good old Lauro.
Did he ever have one too many?
Never. He sips his pint like it was bad medicine. 1 drink lasts him the whole night.
Damn. So she and Lauro are the friends.
Does he know anyone in Serene?
No one, far as I know.
Oh. Enemies?
Do you think he could have made himself any enemies?
I wouldn't think that for a moment. Jonas has a good heart and he steers clear of trouble and troublemakers.
I don't know where to start with this. Do you have any idea?
No. Lauro won't stop telling anyone who will lend him an ear that the boy was carried off by thugs.
And you don't believe him?
I like Lauro, don't get me wrong, he's like a brother. But to be honest, he drinks a little more than he should. The itch for a drink gets us all, but to him more than others, and when you drink too much, the imagination wanders. Here, yesterday, it was me who tied one over, and I thought I heard Jonas's voice by the canal. I called back to him, as you guessed, but then nothing. Drink. It blurs the senses.
Yet you keep drinking. She has a much better fungus patch than I do.
I need to be going.
I like my
Farewell.
fungus patch. It has personality. Okay? Right. So, the canal. The canal. What? Dude, what? Did this regenerate? No. Probably not. I think I didn't loot it the first time around. I also wonder if it evolves. I just hope it's not going to be like a time limit or something like that. Like, I'm sure my character might get sicker or it might get worse at certain points in the game, but I'm hoping it's just at certain points. Not if I, like, die too much, like in Hellblade or something. Okay, it's Lauro.
Good day, sailor. I've been told that you know the missing cabin boy well. Is that right?
You talking about Jonas? You bet your stars I know him. But like I've been crying to the 9 deaf winds, he didn't go missing, he was taken.
Oh. Okay, why do I keep asking? Okay, what about
What
Vasco?
do you think about Captain Vasco?
He's a just man who knows his knots. He's well appreciated by the crew. It's a pity that he hasn't much heart for laughs now and again. Always seems unhappy, our captain.
What do you know?
Were you a witness to the event?
Yes, I was. Even though I'd had a few tumblers in the belly, I hadn't yet lost my head. The other day, in the tavern, I saw him talking to a well-dressed man, surrounded by some other sly ruffians. And then when we left, him and I, Flavia left a little earlier, you understand? Well, those brutes were there, waiting for him. They just up and took him like that. Grabbed his arms and poof. Gone. Vanished.
Why didn't you intervene?
I tried to, believe me. But my legs betrayed me. Wavering they were. And I fell into the gutter.
Oh,
Report this
good.
to the captain.
Unfortunately not.
What?
I know all too well what weight my words carry. Even Flavia treated me like a drunken fool. And the
Oh
captain...
my god, really?
No, not telling him that. I still have some pride left. You get me?
I get you, man, but that's stupid.
Did Jonas seem troubled to you the night he disappeared?
Maybe. For sure he wasn't his usual self.
Do you know what was on his mind?
No. No idea.
Okay, what do you know about the
Why
kidnappers?
would anyone want to snatch a mere cabin boy?
How would I know? Jonas is a gentle boy who keeps his head down. You think my story is nothing but mist too, don't you?
It's just that I can't imagine a gang of thugs hoping to get a ransom for a cabin boy. Did anyone else see the kidnapping?
There was still a small crowd in the tavern. But outside, I seem to recall that regular being there. We play cards with him from time to time. Kind of fellow who plays from morning to night time to be that skilled. But now and again he comes out. When nature calls, you know. I kind of remember his face being there.
It seems like it's only the Nauts that have the tattoos, yes. And yes, they do seem to more often than not put them in place of facial hair. Funny, like I haven't seen a Naut with a beard yet.
Thank you, Lauro. I need to be
That's
going.
interesting. It's interesting.
Strange story this is.
Well spotted,
Something is
Zidana.
right here. I can feel it. We need to lift the veil on this.
And you, Ithifril. But okay, so we got what we needed here. This place, I'm hoping is not much bigger. I'm hoping it's not that much bigger. So we have a bunch of stuff to do. I'm gonna first do the tavern stuff. I think it's just I'm like on a roll with this quest now, so. Ooh. Magnificent leather. Sometimes the loot glows a little more and sometimes a little less. It's like sometimes the glow of the loot is inside the item and sometimes it's on top. When it's on top, it's easy to see. When it's inside, it's not so easy. So the card player. Let's speak to this guy first.
Tavern keeper.
I see you're back. Can I pour you something this time?
Cabin boy.
I am looking for a Naut. A young cabin boy who has been missing roll call for 2 days now.
A Naut, you say? That's not a lot to go on. There are quite a few that come to my tavern.
According to one of his fellows, he would have been taken right here.
Oh, right outside.
In my establishment? You surely jest. Or at least I hope you do. I would have noticed. That doesn't hold water.
What about the witness?
Someone told me about one of your faithful clients. A big gambler, it would seem.
I see. An able-bodied man. Passes his time lightening the pouches of sailors coming through.
Where might I find him at this time?
Here? He would never give away his chair at his table. Anything else?
I need to be off. Farewell.
Goodbye.
Here? Where's here? Oh, is that the guy? Able-bodied, you say? Tavern regular. He's got something around the eyes, it
Who
seems.
are you? I don't recognize you. Am I in your debt?
No, have no fear about that. It's for a different reason that I'm
This
here.
guy's sword
I'm
is
looking
so
for a
big.
Naut that disappeared 2 days ago after visiting this establishment. A
Whoa,
young
that's
cabin boy.
gruesome, man.
2 members of his crew accompanied him.
Yes, that does ring a bell. I've played with the 3 of them.
Okay, what about the cabin boy?
What can you tell me about the boy? How was he that night?
He seemed rather nervous, as if he was worried about something. Didn't feel like playing, that I remember. And he must have been right to be nervous, if he's disappeared.
Okay, what happened?
Tell me what happened that evening.
A rich merchant came in, with a band of strong arms. The kind of men you can round up for a few coins, if you catch my drift. They exchanged words with the cabin boy. The kid was defensive, not sitting pretty. And then they finally left.
And after that?
It just so happens that I did go out for a breather. I needed some fresh air. And I think I might well have seen those same men grab him. But that was none of my business. I wouldn't have thought that they were kidnapping him, if that's what it was. They weren't particularly rough with him.
So he can see with that crap on his face? More information.
Who was the rich merchant, do you think? A jilted lover? A moneylender?
No, my lady, you're in luck. It so happens that I know the man.
Whoa.
It was Sir Fontaine.
Oh
that
my god.
merchant.
Where can I find him?
He has a house in the wealthy boroughs, just off the canal. A stone's throw from the Livemin embassy.
Thank you. You've been immensely helpful.
This man is completely owned by his love for the game. Do you think we can trust him?
What would he gain from lying?
I have no idea. But what would any wealthy merchant gain from holding a penniless child?
It's obviously not a penniless child. It's probably the guy's son or something. You know? There's definitely more to it than we are being given now. So we were here. Obviously the first time around we didn't see anything. Couldn't speak to anyone. At least it's pretty quick to get in and out of places here.
Might I help you, my lady?
I would like to have a word with Sir Fontaine.
He is absent, but the lady of the house could certainly receive you. Enter, please.
Thank you. What? Okay. Okay. And listen, wait, is that the whole house? Excuse me, gents. Oh my god. Oh my god. That is in fact the whole house. What? That's really weird. There's no other door here? This is strange. Okay. What up?
Oh, I know you. I've seen you at court. You are Lady de Sade. And to what do I owe the honor of your visit, Excellency?
I would like to have a word with your husband.
He is not here, but perhaps I could be of help.
It concerns a delicate matter. We are looking for a missing cabin boy. According to witnesses, he had an argument with your husband before being taken.
I see. I am afraid that you have been misled. You seem to have come to the wrong conclusion. The cabin boy you speak of was not taken. He has simply returned home.
I knew it.
Excuse me, but I'm not sure I understand.
Don't you see, Your Excellency? We got our son back.
I knew it. I knew it.
I am very surprised. Several witnesses confirmed that your son had a fight with your husband, and that his men escorted him from the tavern using force. If he had joined your husband willingly...
Witnesses? In a tavern? And you choose to believe these drunkards over a respectable family?
Yes.
These witnesses are all in agreement, and it is their testimonies that have led me to your doorstep.
My son was probably shocked to have found us. My husband and the other men might have simply had to carry him. A gesture that your drunkards must have misunderstood.
Hey. If will go well, man. Thanks for dropping in, and thank you once again for the kind words. It was good to have you. Okay.
What was your son doing on a Naut ship? Why would they have taken him?
It
He
is
went there
what
by
they
choice.
do.
No.
Through pacts and contracts, they steal away young children from their mothers.
What are you talking about?
I would have thought that a legate would know these things. But it is true that you are young and inexperienced. It
Wow.
seems that you have been protected from the turpitudes of our own nation and their terrible allies. This horrible, constant ransoming that they put us through. But I will not say another word. You will have no trouble verifying the details now that you know what to look for.
Where might I find your son now?
I cannot say, Excellency. You must understand why. Until the Nauts have set sail, we live in fear they will take him back from us.
This pact. It sounds like some fear-inducing story.
The North
Absolutely.
wouldn't be the first to recruit through dubious means.
Okay, so is there a curtain hiding a door? Have we set sail yet? Absolutely not. There's no curtain. That house has no bathroom, no kitchen, no nothing. Except a bedroom. Enough delays? No, we have quests to do. We have a tavern... Well, cabin... Not a tavern boy. A cabin boy to save. We have... You know? You know? Responsibilities is what I'll say. We have responsibilities. I feel like you can probably skip all of this stuff, but I don't want to. Why would I want to skip it? It's actually pretty cool. I don't think I've gone down this way yet, have I? That's a nope. Oh. What?
Captain, milady, we were given orders to wait here with the merchandise.
What?
You're going to have to wait. We need to find a way to clear the access to the warehouse.
Yep. 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 You're gonna have to wait. You're gonna have to wait. You're just gonna have to wait. Captain!
Madam,
Are you ready? Can we weigh anchor?
we should be able to set sail with the tide, as agreed upon. I'm still without news of my cabin boy, but we will have to do without.
Hello? Madame Fontaine.
I spoke with a woman who told me she was the mother of the cabin boy. She claims that her son was taken from her.
Taken? Her son is sea-gifted. His parents were required to give him up to honor the terms of a contract.
Oh.
A contract? But what kind of contract are we speaking of?
Sea
A
gifted.
commercial contract. In exchange for services rendered by the Nauts, some families cede more than gold.
Oh.
In some cases, nations even trade some of their subjects before they're born.
Whoa.
I'm able to tell you the condition of Jonas's contract. I didn't even know he was originally from Serene. But what I can tell you is the young man hasn't seen his parents since he was a small child. And
Damn,
ever
dude.
since, he's been a Naut. Our ships are his home. We are his only family.
Huh. We can ask our advisor for information.
vaccine, Captain.
Yes.
You see anyone else
Perhaps
who might be
even
able to help us?
advice.
Anyone who's not a Naut?
Yeah, Mr. up here.
My father to be implicated in this sordid business. Our old teacher must surely know what's going on here.
Weren't you here for AC Odyssey? Lumin will do any and all side quests. That's why Red Dead Redemption 2 terrifies you, Traxa? I'm glad it excites you as well. I heard that the side quests in Red Dead were insanely good. Sort of like Witcher level good as well. We'll see. But this is serious business! This is serious business! We need to find out what happened. We need to get to the bottom of this. This is important.
Yes? Well, how can your old professor be of service to you?
I feel like this guy, he rides the line. Like, he's right there. He's right there. The thin line between devious and trustworthy. I know that sounds ridiculous, but like half the time I hear him speak, it sounds like on the verge of being sinister. And then the other half the time I think, wow, this man, he's my mentor. He's the old guy that I grew up with, you know? And then you look at his eyes and you think, this guy looks like Scar from The Lion King. It's old Uncle Scar. Man, you know, I'm interested in seeing where his story goes. Okay. Okay, what about the contract?
I've had a word with Lady Fontaine. You must know her. That rich family that lives near the docks. She told me a strange story about her son who was a cabin boy on our ship. She
Yeah, we're trying to
said
find the
that
cabin
he was
boy.
taken when he was a child, due to some contract with the Nauts.
Who was a cabin boy? Do you mean he's no longer one?
They took him back to bring him home.
Well, that is very unpleasant news, Desade. We need to do all we can to bring the boy back to his ship.
What?
Since time immemorial, there's always been a certain price to pay for the services of the Nauts. Children born on their ships belong to them. It's the rule of the sea.
Wow.
Certain contracts are so important that they also require children to be offered in exchange.
Of course.
From time to time, the congregation has passed such accord, and certain noble families had to give their children up.
Are you telling me that the Fontaines lost their son in an agreement signed between my uncle and the Nauts?
No. That pact ended a long time ago. This cabin boy couldn't have been a part of that contract. But Sir Fontaine has made a fortune trading with the Alliance, via ships.
Do you mean he would have offered up his own son in
Wow,
exchange
he
for
offered up his own
Well,
son.
He probably did it before the birth of the child, and regretted it afterwards. But that is of little importance. What counts most is that you bring the boy back to the Nauts as quickly as possible.
I
Breaking a
kind of
contract
expected
with the
this guy
seafarers has
would want to
always
enforce
cost
the
us
rules.
dearly. Our nation could feel it in its coffers.
I will do my best.
A father selling his own son for a few boat rides. For ugly, that is ugly.
Lady Fontaine didn't seem to have any knowledge of that detail. That could be of use to us.
She didn't have knowledge. Now we have to run back there. I like this outfit. Look at this. And she doesn't even have the fungus on her face. There's a lot of running up and down here. I look rich. Damn straight. Damn straight I do. Note to the attention of the servant. I would like you to prepare several meals and bring them to the warehouse we own on the canal. My husband will have to work there with his clerk and his men for a few days. Okay, make sure there's enough food for everyone and be discreet.
This document mentions another property. A warehouse.
That would be a great place to hide. Shall we take a peek?
God, I've even been to the warehouse. It's over here. I know exactly where it is. I'm sure that it's only in this area that the quests work like this, and it probably won't be an issue going forward. But, here we are.
Here we are. Be careful. Fontaine won't be alone. He'll have his henchmen with him.
What, are we gonna fight?
Just don't scare us away. Right, cousin?
Let's just
What?
try to remain discreet.
What is that? Did you guys see there were like lines? There. How do I... It's as if there was like a wind, a draft blowing up and around the stairs. Okay. Whoa. There's some issues with the light in here, I think. They do, in fact, not seem to be here. Maybe it's a ghost. Hello? Yoo-hoo! Lumin here. I mean, Disobey here. Hello? What? Is there a way around the back? There must be a way around the back. Oh yeah, here we go. They're in the basement. Hey Lily, good night. Good night, Lily. Good night and sleep well. Here we go.
Desade, what are you doing here?
I have come looking for your son. The Nauts are worried about his disappearance.
Those Nauts took him from us, but now we've got him back, and he'll be staying with us.
Would you be so kind as to hear what I have to say, Sir Fontaine?
Attempt to reason. Tell him about what's... I'm not going to attempt to reason, because this could backfire, so...
I looked into the contract that binds you to the Nauts. It was indeed you who ceded your son to them in exchange for help with your business with the bridge.
It is so. But that sort of contract is ignoble. I never would have signed it if I had known.
You should have thought of that before. Breaking the contract could have regrettable consequences for the congregation.
The prince will know how to negotiate with the Nauts. If they take my son back, my wife will die of sadness.
Her sadness would be all the more terrible if she learned of your role in this story. Don't you think?
You wouldn't dare tell her. I beg you.
You were not leaving me with a choice.
Very well. Take the key and take him away. Cursed be the day I delivered my son unto the Nauts.
All children leave the nest one day or another, sir. Farewell.
Can't we tell the son to, like, send him a letter? There's a lot of dialogue in this game, yes. I think that's also going to get less. Estra, I think that as we progress through the game, it's going to get a little bit less. I think that they're sort of immersing us in that right now. There's a little bit more talky talk because we're in a city, you know? We're in a city. So once we're out of the city, there's less people to talk to, and we have the wilderness and the beasts of the wilderness to deal with. I think that will be more to our liking. Okay. Tutorial area.
So
I think I try.
that our man keeps his son.
Oh.
Abusive fathers.
I think they're trying to teach you, like, basically how quests are done. That there are, like, multiple ways to complete quests. There are different options in conversation and so on and so forth. You know? Lockpick in 1. I was about to say that's what I'm talking about, but that was not so great. Okay, whatever. Hey, boy. Oh, I could lockpick? I didn't actually see there now, but... Do you have anything here? Listen, all I need is for you to write your parents a letter every now and then.
Who are you?
My name is Desardet. I'm legate of the congregation. Your captain has sent me to find you.
And were you able to convince my father to allow me to go free?
Yes, even if I had to bend his arm a little.
That doesn't surprise me. He seemed to have no intention of changing his mind. I feel more sorry for my mother. She seems so sweet and happy to see me.
You don't seem to be all that close to your parents.
I hadn't seen them since I was 5 years old. I barely remember them. They find me, capture me, and lock me up in this warehouse. Hard to grow close after all that. My family is the Nauts. I am sorry for my parents, but that is the way of it now. Can I go home?
Yes. You should still go and say farewell to your mother. Then find your way to your ship. I will see you there.
I'm so glad that she said that to him. You know? Say farewell to your mother. 'Cause shame. Even though she seemed... like a regretful woman. It's best to at least be courteous. Who doesn't keep their kids locked up? Yeah, exactly, man. Wait, what? Oh, here we go. We're out. Don't attack me. I'm allowed to be here. Do not attack me. I was just leaving. Okay, so that's one quest out of the way. I think the rest of them are probably going to be down there. But I do know that that merchant has some quest items on it. So there's a good chance that we're going to have to come back to buy some items for a certain quest at some point. Who knows? Who even knows? We'll see soon. Oh, that's not the way. Back at the docks. Ah, the fresh sea breeze. I wonder if we're going to see a blue sky at any point. Right, so your dock boy is back. Wow, dude.
madam.
Are you ready? Can we weigh anchor?
Every
We should
time.
be able to set sail with the tide. as
Every
agreed
time.
upon.
This guy.
My cabin boy, Jonas, is back on ship. I have you to thank, I imagine.
You do. It's a rather sad affair, and though solved, leaves a broken family behind.
All we can do is plot a course. No one tells the wind what to do. I do thank you. I didn't think you'd go to so much trouble for a cabin boy. Your actions bring you honor.
Oh, honor. Honor through actions? Yeah.
Back soon, Captain.
Be back soon, Captain. I have some goods to smuggle. Tamper the ship log. That's the one. 1000 experience. Yeah, man, I'm about to level again. Regrettably, I have to actually speak to my companion still. Ammo. Jump, jump, jump. Okay. Or don't. Zones controlled by other factions. Zones under control of another faction. Certain places forbidden to you. A costume torso of the other faction will allow you to trick the guards. You can also try a stealth approach if the guard spots you, as a result in a violent response and damage your reputation. God! Okay, where do I get the costume? What the... Well, they're not holding my hand through that. That's for sure. So, if I go through there, I'm going to have a problem.